Greetings, humans. I'm Ante. And I'm George. And this is Couscous. And welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. So there are a couple of mysteries in that title, and it makes me think, what do you mean fourth?
What do you mean do?
What do you mean Arra?
What do you mean you?
And what do you mean Dagon?
What do you mean believe?
None of those things are obvious. Are you sure you don't also want to ask what do you mean of?
And what do you mean God?
I can ask what do you mean of, except I know what you mean of. Because of just means you're misspelling of in this title. Yes. But the others are actual mysteries because I don't know if there have been 3 Arras of Dagon before this. I don't know what the hell is an Arra, and I don't know what the hell is a Dagon. We're sorry. We're sorry. Are you gonna clip the original in the end?
Do you believe in God?
Yes. We're sorry. I mean, no. I wonder how many people we just triggered. I love it! This band, man! The pigs!
Painted and inscribed on drab stone. Abhorrent to the deep woods. Abhorrent to the great father. It's the symbol to God against
I love this riff. This actually sounds a bit Ride the Lightning. Oh, the drums! Oh. Okay, so what? I'm assuming the outro was actually the intro to the next track on the album. I don't know. That was the same but different from other Nile stuff we've heard. It was a bit more constant. I feel like stuff like Kafir or other songs we checked out are either always on the very fast extreme end, or if they start in a more ambiental or darker, slower way, they always alternate that with very fast parts.
Yeah.
This one had like very fast things in it, but never changed the general pace of the song.
Yeah.
You had just like kicks
Yeah.
moving very fast and like runs on the drums.
Yeah.
But everything is just settled in that very slow groove.
Yeah.
And you have like tempo variations here and there.
Yeah, and I think a way they kept it interesting is both. I think it was kind of two parts. It was the Arra, Dagon part that was basically the second half of the song that built to that. And there was a change somewhere halfway through, and there was a different pace at the beginning. That first part, I think they were every now and then making it syncopated. Like when it starts repeating, it started a bit earlier than you expect. I couldn't tell if it was happening every time or if they were just kind of organic tempoing it up.
But in order to be able to tell whether there's a syncopation at the end of the riff or at the beginning of the riff, you have to know where the riff starts and ends.
Where you get the two chugs.
See, I couldn't determine that. I could notice the repeating pattern, but I was like, I don't know where this starts. I'm just in it, in a loop of stanky aggression.
Yes. It was done a bit like that, where it feels like it's building towards something, and for at least like the first 2 minutes of the song, I was expecting eventually it's gonna run into a blast beat or drop into some romping groove and make those chugs like make a riff out of them. But it was just teasing and inching a bit more and teasing it, and you don't know where it's going, and then it just kind of spaces out in that dirty guitar and switches to the other rhythm.
To the Ride the Lightning rhythm.
Yeah.
It's actually the like descending, it sounds very similar to the descending riff in For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like that, but it has that like early Metallica aesthetic with the like the gallop riff.
Yeah.
It reminded me a bit of Battery as well. And the other thing, actually, the same riff reminded me of was Gojira. When they do their like triple chugs, dissonant stuff. I think there's some riffs in Flying Whales that go a bit like that.
Okay, I don't know which ones you're talking about now.
When they go chug 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 chug.
I wasn't asking
These
you
sort
to
of things.
exemplify.
Whatever. I'll see if I find something and add it in the edit.
Except he won't, because I'm gonna do the edit.
You know I do edit sometimes as well, right?
Yeah, but I do enough of them for it to be safe to assume that I'll do this one.
I'm gonna steal it on purpose.
No, you won't. No, you won't, because you're gonna forget you said this.
Wanna bet? $8.
I'll give you 4. $4. We're not gonna notify you what happens next.
I will if I do the edit.
No, he won't, because he won't do the edit. I also wanted to say the like Egyptian elements, like the atmospheric stuff in the intro and the like gongs and atmospheric stuff in the outro, and like a little bit of atmospheric and like gang shouty type vocals, and I think also something like an ode or some sort of Middle Eastern guitar made its way in there.
Yeah.
Discreetly coming through. They're like more integrated in the song than other stuff we've heard, where you have like a section where that just leaps forward, like you had in Kafir.
Yeah.
I feel like they were more like discreet and integrated.
Yeah, I feel they're there to communicate the aesthetic, the sort of Egyptian aesthetic and ritualistic element. And when you got the Arra of Dagon part and it sounded like a chant, you got these like backing vocals, it sounded a bit like the screams of the undead crawling from under the pyramids or something. I'm doing cliches, I know.
Yeah, it was a little bit echoey.
Yeah.
And it also sounded a bit like pirates going R.
I think that's just you.
Maybe that's just me.
Are we done here?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Corpse is out.
Do you believe in God?
No.